Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, in this video, I'm going to share with you a conversation I had with my client yesterday. I had quite a number of clients. That's why I was not able to upload. Anyway, but this one particular client conversation is what I want to share with you, whereby he got offered, a really big amount of money to join that particular company. But why did I tell him no, don't join? Okay. And why you must not base all your decisions exclusively on money, especially when you're talking about a career or job or passion project. Okay. So watch this video, put your comments down below. I always read them. And yeah, if you have something to add, it always adds value to the people who are, reading it. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, my name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in Dubai, UAE, also Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, and people book my services for coaching, consulting, when they have personal problems or professional issues, and they're looking for a very unique solution, which is very practical. And I don't know, it's not out of the box, but I make it very, very practical, and there's nothing like good or bad or ugly. I give you a reality dose. Okay, details are put down below. So now, what happened was yesterday, this client of mine is a fairly long-standing client, and he keeps getting in touch with me here and there whenever he has issues or questions or doubts, and so we have a good relationship. So we had worked on his personal brand, I think 4 years ago or something, and add-ons were there a little bit here and there. Finally, he got a very, very good job offer, huh? And not just job offer, there is partnership, there is perks, there is benefits. It's like he'll get a villa, he'll get a car, he'll get family expenses taken care of, insurance, he'll get a profit, commission, blah, blah, everything. So I just want you to imagine like a dream package, okay? Whatever is your dream package, this guy got offered it. But now, there was an issue, there was a problem. Now, obviously, everything has a catch. The issue was, even though everything was fantastic, even though, let's say, for example, you're getting $10,000, and you get this job offer, which is like $30,000 or $40,000. Just imagine, that big. And it's like you're going to be the boss and all that. So why did I tell this guy not to take? And there was only one prime reason. See, when a client speaks to me, they tell me everything. They tell me the good, the bad, the ugly. I tell them, keep it transparent. I'm your well-wisher. I'm not going to share anything with anyone else, but at least be honest with me so that I can guide you. So he shared with me a couple of very confidential details, which were very disturbing. Okay, and the biggest one of all, apart from all those disturbing ones, which I can't share with you, means the accountability and if you don't achieve this target, this is going to happen. That is, the pressure bits. But the biggest one was, he didn't like this guy very much. He didn't like his style of doing things. And he has known him for a couple of years. Okay. But like when they meet together, they're okay. They're okay. He's fairly well off. but he doesn't like his working style, and he has found out from other people how he is as an individual. Now, on the face value, if let's say, for example, you were to get 5 times your salary increase, 5 times, just imagine you're going to get that package, or 10 times. Mostly people, what they tend to do is they say, listen, I'll work 1 year or 2 years, save all the money, live within my means, save all this money, and then I'll have plenty of options. And that is a good idea. In fact, I know one of my British friends who was in Dubai. He got this job offer in Saudi, which was 5 times his salary. 5 times, huh? And he had this session with me, and I asked him, like, do you want to take it? He said, Loy, if I can get this job through the interview or whatever, I'll work for 2 years or 3 years max, and then I'll go back home, retire, go back to UK. And he was just in his 40s. Okay. So I told him, then go ahead, because he had decided that he is going to cut down his expenses as much as possible, save as much money as possible, and go back to UK. And through his contacts and connections, there would be a job waiting for him. So that is what he had decided. In his case, this British guy's case, he went to Saudi. It was not, when you compare Dubai to Saudi, it's, world of difference. And obviously, he told his wife to go back and all that, and he stayed alone. Even though he wanted to push for 3 years, the maximum he could do was 2 years with all the lifestyle and all that. And he was not very happy. I'll tell you, he was not very happy because the job had tremendous pressure, and you're dealing with the Saudi nationals, and they don't particularly, they're not very effective with their work, and a lot of government bureaucracy and all that. But he grinded it out 2 years, and finally he, retired, and he wanted to push for 3 years. And I'll tell you, when he went back to UK, we got in touch again, and I asked him, how's it? He said, it was one of the toughest things I've ever done. 2 years is not a joke, being away from wife, because he's a very family man, his children and all that. But we looked at the bigger picture, that we will be, we'll be able to come together. And he went back to the UK. In a few months, he got the job that he was actually looking for, that is near his house. And it didn't pay a very big salary, but he was very happy there. And now he has substantial savings where he could easily retire. Okay. So that example is, things that happen good. But now let me give you an example where a choice was made for money, but it backfired big time. And the example is me. Okay. I'm pretty sure you're aware of the fact that I worked for this guy who was he's still, I think, based in Dubai, UAE, who did fake degree certificates. Okay. This was his business, and he had offered me like a creative director, like a trainer. I could focus on the branding of things, and I was not doing anything illegal. I was doing the branding, I was doing the training, I was doing the communications, the teaching. So, but what was the reason for me to join him? What was the reason for me to join was because I was at a point in my life where I was without a job, and either I could be self-employed and do my own thing, okay, which would be a struggle, but I would be independent. And I never thought I would get a job offer. And suddenly this one just drops into my lap when I gave him a training session for him and his staff. And he immediately gave me a job offer. And the job and the package that he gave me was house and car, more or less same like this guy, house and car and big money and this thing. But there was no mention that I was going to be involved in that side business of his. Okay. I was like, and he also told me, anytime you want to cancel, you can cancel and go. The visa is yours. I'm not going to put a ban. I'm not going to do anything bad to you. So it was like, I'm It was too good to be true. I'm not going to lose anything. If an employer in UAE tells you, I'll let you go with the visa, I'm not going to put a ban on you. And plus, I'm going to offer you like 4 or 5 times more than what the market offers. You don't see any drawback to it. And he also told me flexible working hours, work from home, even just imagine like 10, 11 years ago when work from home was not a common thing. He said, you work from home, you're your own boss, you'll report to me directly. It's, don't take shit from anyone. So it was too good to be true, man. And I really, really, it was very hard for me to say no. Very hard for me to say no. And finally, I was like, what have I to lose? What have I to lose? I might as well just go for it. So I put my dream on hold and I went for this to earn money. Okay. Now, for those of you who have followed my journey all these years and have been in touch with me, know for a fact that in the end, it ended up in a very ugly fight. Very, very ugly, where I came to know that, he was playing funny and he put my name on different documents, which were, I didn't want to be part of his illegal business. And when you're taking someone's signature and you can dump the blame on the person, man, it can destroy your life forever. I didn't want to be part of all that. I just wanted the clean part. Like, I'm doing the training, I'm doing the creativity, I'm doing the branding. But things didn't work out. Things didn't work out, and it went from bad to worse. Now, in the end, did I make money? Yes, I made money. He paid me what was due. But what was the price? The price was I lost. I had a massive fight with him. I lost my visa. He didn't stick to his word. He made sure that he made my life living hell. He put a fake case on me, a legal complaint. Uh, thankfully, the one thing which I'm grateful to him is he didn't, when he tried to get me banned from UAE, and obviously, because he cancelled my visa, I had to go back to India. He could have gotten me killed. He could have gotten me assassinated in India easily, easily. He had enough power and money to do that. He chose not to do that. And that's why I'm alive today. Anything could have happened. I was in India. Nobody gave a damn. I didn't have money. I was homeless on the streets. In hindsight, was it worth it? Okay, I can look at it from a positive perspective and say, yeah, it helped me grow and become a better human being and mature, and I'm where I am. Yeah, but who would want to take that kind of risk? And this is exactly what I communicated to my client. I said, if things go south, then you're really going to get fucked, man. And then I gave him the final example, and I'll keep this one short. This is not a client, but a friend, someone who is to always guide me. Let's call him Mr. C. Uh, he was, I think, 20 years older to me, and he got a once in a lifetime offer from a sheikh of UAE, okay, sheikh family member. And you're talking of multi-million dollars. And this guy, he had creative ideas, and this guy was the guy who could make it happen, like production. And they got into a partnership. He was a working partner, investing partner, and he nailed everything. He got everything done. And remember, the only reason he went to work for him was for the money. But obviously, partnership, it's very dicey. And after 2 years, he realized things are not working out, and he wanted out. But this guy wouldn't let him go because he was the main guy. If he would go, his business, where do you find another replacement? And he refused to let this guy go. And he threatened him to not only destroy his life, put him in jail. He was going to like fuck him up big time, man. And he ended up working for him for another 2 years, that also for free. actually for free in anger because he was so pissed off with him. He said, "You make sure that you help me achieve my goal because." And that guy was pissed off because he said, I invested millions of dollars because you joined. Now you want to leave. I'm not going to make it easy. And after 2 years, I think nearly 2.5, after this guy finally cooled, calmed down, whatever, then he let him go and he took his family and ran off. In hindsight, when I did speak to him finally, when he was back home in India, he said, Loy, not worth it, man. Not worth it. Yes, I made very big money. Very big money. But for 2.5 years, no peace of mind, no sleep. Uh, I was even contemplating, do I want to live or die? And he said the only reason I had to live was because I had my wife and daughters. So I took I took responsibility for my decision. He's saying it was the worst suffering that me and my entire family had to go through. So what I'm trying to tell you, the bottom line is, I'm not saying such extreme, drastic incidents can happen to you. But when you're dealing with someone who's powerful, someone who has money, and you make a choice, there is a price to pay. And always remember, there's no such thing as free lunch. There's no such thing as easy money. There's my dog barking. Okay, there's no such thing as easy money. There's no such thing as free lunch. And if you want to make big money, there is a responsibility that comes with it. If you are being paid big money, people will also make sure that they extract from you. Remember, nobody is crazy enough to give you big money, big position, an offer you can't refuse unless they see 10 times more benefit for themselves. Always keep this in mind. If any businessman offers you one, he's looking at 100x, 10x or 100x returns. And the more sweeter they are, the more persuasive they are, the more, uh, red flags you need to, keep your antennas up. And last, if not the least, the more powerful a person is, the more rich the person is, the more horrendous, horrific, dangerous he can make your life, So just be careful. That is what I told my client. And I told him, every action has a reaction. Everything has a price to pay. Just be careful. Don't think nothing comes with an opportunity cost or a price to pay. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. If someone gives you an offer you can't refuse, like a Godfather, like, how they said in that movie, no? Marlon Brando and what's his name? Al Pacino, the younger one, younger days. Make an offer you can't refuse. So remember, there is a price to pay. Okay? Anyway, you let me know your thoughts. What do you think? If you are in the shoes, would you take the risk? Maybe you can be diplomatic. Maybe you'll be a sweet talker. Maybe you'll be very nice. Maybe you'll not be as egoistic as I was, or you can be like that British guy who took the offer and kept a low profile, did his thing, made his money, and then left. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to read it. It's me signing off. And what would you advise this guy? Should he take the job or no? All right. You guys take care. This is me signing off.